Hello everyone, this is Savnit Arora Gundani from Dhaaga and Company. I have a very special guest with me today. May I please introduce Nawab Jafar Mir Abdullah. Thank you
Adab.
Nawab Sahab for coming here. May I please request you to introduce yourself and brief us about
First,
the legacy.
I must congratulate you for this Dhaaga and Company,
Thank you so much.
and you have launched here. Actually, my ancestors were from Iran, from the city of Nashapur, and my progeny is from the Prophet Muhammad through his daughter Janab Fatima and Hazrat Ali, and my ancestor was the 8th Imam, Imam Raza alayhi salam, whose mausoleum is in Mashhad-e-Muqaddas. There were a lot of atrocities against the Sayyids. So in Islam, there is a provision known as taqiyya, that if you have the risk of life, you can disguise yourself with your faith intact and save your life. So under those conditions, my ancestor, Khwaja Safi, came from Iran to Lucknow, and he came in contact with Nawab Asaf-ud-Daula, who was the 4th Nawab of Awadh. And he was so impressed by him that he appointed him as his consultant and advisor. His descendants became the chief minister, revenue minister, finally the prime minister of Awadh when it became a kingdom, and they were in 7 regimes.
Oh, beautiful.
Thank you.
That's a very beautiful history to know. And Nawab Saab, there's one very important question because of which I wanted to meet you. That is, there are so many different ideologies about the origin of chicken curry and the origin of arts of Lucknow. Can you please brief us on what the real story, the real origin of chicken curry and kamdani and mukesh is?
Actually, this coinage of the word chicken is from the Turkish word chikh. Chikh means perforation, that is jali,
Jali.
for the air and light. But since chikh was difficult to pronounce, so they pronounced it as chick. So this word chicken is actually derived from chikh. The workers are known as chicken cars, artsmanship is chicken curry, and the final product is chicken. This initially got the concept of the stitch from nature, from the Central Asia, where a lot of water, swans, ducks with big necks. So when they are landing, when they are taking off, when they are feeding, when they are sleeping, when they are playing, there are different curves of the neck. So this gave a concept of stitch.
Stitch.
Sozan dozi. Sozan, that is needle. Dozi is workmanship. That is why the Sozani of Russia. So this concept came from nature and from the weeds which were hanging from the trees, the stone images which were carved on the Stone Age temples of gods and goddesses, where the jewelry of the goddesses, the keel, kangan, all this came from there.
Yes.
And ghas patti, zira patti, all from the nature.
Yes.
So this concept is from the nature. So this started from the Central Asia, from Azerbaijan, and then it came to Iran. From Iran during the time of Nur Jahan, the Mughal queen, it came to India. From India it went to Dhaka because of the malmal, the
Yes.
muslin. From there it retrieved, and
Yes.
then finally it came to Lucknow. But the Nawabs and the Begums were so talented, and they wanted to promote whatever art came to Lucknow, that this chicken curry became the best chicken curry, and it came under the GI Act.
Yes.
That is, Lucknow's chicken is the
The
real
only
chicken.
yeah. That is one of the most achievable things that chicken has recently had. So, Nawab Saab, also kamdani. I think chicken ka ek thoda, we are all getting the craze of it now, but chicken and mukesh का थोड़ा सा मुकेश थोड़ा हल्का हो गया था पीछे, तो उसकी हिस्ट्री एंड उसको कैसे प्रमोट किया जा सकता है? व्हाट इज़ द रियल हिस्ट्री अबाउट मुकेश?
देखिए, मुकेश, कामदानी, बादला, दिस ओरिजिनेटेड फ्रॉम लखनऊ, और ये अवध की देन है. अब चूँकि हमारे मुहर्रम में जो अलम उठते हैं उसमें जरदोज़ी का बहुत अच्छा काम होता है, सोने और चांदी के पंजे होते हैं
जी.
उसमें वर्कमैनशिप बहुत होती है. अलम का जो डंडा होता है उसके ऊपर जो फरेरा बनता है, उसके ऊपर कामदानी का और चिकन का काम होता है, उस पर फर्दी बूटी होती है, और इस तरह से जो एसेसरीज़ होती हैं,
जी
चाहे वो अज़ादारी की हों
जी
या शादी और ब्याह के सिलसिले की, चूँकि कामदानी जो है अगर कंट्रास्ट में इस्तेमाल की जाए और रात को जब उसके ऊपर रोशनी पड़ती है तो झिलमिलाती है,
जी जी
तो ऐसा महसूस होता है कि जैसे आसमान में तारे झिलमिला रहे हों।
जी
तो इसका वेरिएशन जो है वो बहुत ज़्यादा यहाँ पर हुआ। अब आरी और जरदोज़ी और मोक्राश के ऊपर असर बहुत पड़ा है, क्योंकि फैशंस चेंज होते रहते हैं,
जी
लेकिन ये बहुत ज़रूरी है कि इसको फिर से रिवाइव किया जाए, और आप लोग ऐसे कर रहे हैं, और मुझे पूरी उम्मीद है कि फिर से इसको वही लेवल मिलेगा, वही ऑनर मिलेगी, वही इज़्ज़त मिलेगी जो कभी होती थी।
थैंक यू नवाब साहब। ऑल्सो जस्ट वन लास्ट क्वेश्चन फॉर यू दैट जैसे हमें लखनऊ में जीआई मार्क मिला चिकन के लिए, उस तरीके की और क्या हम ऐसी चीज़ें कर सकते हैं जिससे हमारी आर्ट्स दैट आर वर्ल्ड फेमस बट दे डोंट गेट इनफ रिकग्निशन? वी हैव traders and we still have so many people selling it, but the real makers of the art don't get enough value. What can we do about that?
देखिए, there was a time when Lucknow was on its zenith. Whatever art came from whatever place, it got the best flourishment in Lucknow because of the innovation, of the devotion of the patrons who encouraged and patronized the artisans.
Absolutely.
So the best thing is that the NGOs, yeah, all those who care about this fine arts, they should try to encourage the artisans.
Absolutely.
Artisans are being neglected. Of course, there are a lot of schemes by the government, but they hardly reach the
Real grassroots.
real person. The wives of the bureaucrats, they take the advantage. Sometimes politicians, all those who have the resources, they get the advantage of those schemes. And these artisans are not very much literate. So there should be a good awareness to be provided to these artisans. Those who are the master artisans, they should be taken care of. They should be given special pension and some work to be done by them which can be used as samples for the exhibition.
Yes.
They can be utilized as teachers for the juniors, and people like you who are taking so much of care about the art and the artisans, they would be helpful for this.
Thank you, Nawab Saab. Your encouragement means a lot. On this note, I would also like to tell you that along with the Dhaaga and Company as a website, हमने एक छोटा सा प्लान बनाया है जो कि हम पूरी कोशिश करेंगे ग्रास रूट लेवल तक पहुँचे. इट्स कॉल्ड द धागा आर्टिजन फंड, जिसके बारे में हमारी वेबसाइट पे है. व्हाट वी आर गोइंग टू डू इज़ कि जो हमारी कंपनी की अर्निंग होगी उसका 1% वी आर ऑलवेज गोइंग टू कीप गिविंग टू द आर्टिजन्स, वेदर इट्स इन टर्म्स ऑफ मशीनरी, वेदर इट्स इन टर्म्स ऑफ एजुकेशन. सो द प्लान इज़ कि हम हर क्वार्टर में कुछ एक एफर्ट करें अपनी तरफ से फ्रॉम आवर अर्निंग्स अबाउट द आर्टिजन्स.
देखिए, ऐसा है कि उनकी हेल्थ की काफ़ी केयर करना है.
जी
क्योंकि जितना भी ये दीदा रेजी का काम है, जो सुई का काम है,
जी
आफ्टर अबाउट 40 years ऑफ एज, आईसाइट जो है ये बहुत ज़्यादा गड़बड़ होने लगती है.
जी
बहुत से आर्टिजन्स ऐसे हैं कि उनके पास इतने पैसे भी नहीं होते हैं कि वो अपनी ऐनक बनवा लें. उनके अक्सर गवर्नमेंट ने कार्ड्स बनाए हैं, लेकिन उनको वो रिसोर्सेज पहुंच नहीं पाते हैं. तो ये है कि प्राइवेटली भी और गवर्नमेंट की तरफ से भी
जी
इनकी हेल्थ कंडीशंस, हाइजीन, और फिर इनकी ये सब जो बच्चों की पढ़ाई, मतलब जो कुछ भी हो सके, वो दे डिज़र्व.
जी बिल्कुल. I'll keep your suggestion in mind, Nawab Saab, and I'll try my best that I can reach the grassroots artisans and help them. Thank you so much.
You're most welcome.